guys, just want to introduce myself to you. If I don't know who you are, my name is Corey Baker, and I'm Global Director with Take Shape for Life. And this is actually kind of a cool thing I wanted to share a little bit about this season. November and December are two of my favorite months to be a coach, partly because I became a coach 2 years ago in November of 2014. And I share this with you today, not because I'm trying to brag or gloat, because I still have a long way to go and lots to learn when it relates to being a coach. But when we started being a coach in November and December, we signed up 25 clients during that season. And I share that with you today because I really honestly think it's a myth that everybody wants to wait until after the holidays to get healthy. Because there are people signing up now. You might be seeing that in your business. We certainly did 2 years ago, that people are ready. And so there are people that are ready to get healthy now. We just got to find them. And here's what I have learned is that desperation doesn't wait for holidays. It just doesn't. Like, if there are people that are desperate and want to get healthy, they don't care that Thanksgiving's coming up. They don't care about that Christmas party. You know, in our client support pages, it's awesome because somebody posted, how are we supposed to handle this on Thanksgiving? And it was awesome seeing other clients jump on the page and start encouraging the clients. Hey, listen, I don't care that much about cranberries because I've lost 15 pounds and, you know, I'm never going to let anything that I eat take that feeling away or whatever. So, you know, it's a myth that everybody wants to wait until after the holidays to get healthy, because there are some that are ready right now. So let's look at the worst case scenario. And I don't know if you can even call this worst case scenario, but let's say that you talk to 100 people about the program between November and December and nobody says they're ready. Not one person says, yes, I'm ready for the offering. Let's get started. None of them do. Can you imagine the onslaught and avalanche that is coming your way in January, February, and March from 100 people that you just talked to that weren't ready then, but they are ready now? Now, I think you're going to talk to some that are ready, but you know, you're going to find a lot that are going to be ready after the new year. You know, it's crazy when you watch TV now that the diet companies are really starting to play their commercials really heavy right now because they know that people are deciding now what they're going to do to get healthy and lose weight in January, February, and March. So if you wait to take action in January, February, and March, the people that you're waiting for already made their decision 2 months ago, and that's to go with somebody else. And so we just want to understand that, you know, if all I'm doing right now is planting seed, that's a good thing, because I walk into this managing expectation. Anytime I talk to a person, but especially in this season, I think it helps us a ton if we manage our expectation to say, hey, when I talk to a person, and this is what I teach our coaches, I talk to a person, I'm fully expecting to talk to them and they're going to sign up 3 months from now. And if they sign up sooner than that, that's a pleasant surprise. But I say that because I think we as people, and this isn't just with coaching, but we tend to vastly overestimate what we can accomplish in 30 days and vastly underestimate what we can accomplish in a year. And you can accomplish a lot in a year with a daily commitment to being consistent in your action. And this is what I've just learned from my own business. I don't say this as somebody trying to tell you what to do. I'm just learning from my own experience as a coach. And here's what I've learned. Every time I'm frustrated as a coach, it's most likely because I'm not talking to enough new people. I've talked to 2 or 3 people, and I'm sitting back waiting for them to tell me they're ready. If you're talking to just 2 or 3 people and sitting back and waiting for them to tell you when they're ready, of course you're going to be frustrated. But what if your mission was about finding people that are ready? If you talk to one now, hey, listen, they're not ready now, but they will be in February, March, and April. Your conversation today built your business in February. You're investing into the future, and how awesome that is. And so if you are frustrated as a coach, I think that the reason why, and I don't know your business, okay, but my guess is the reason why you're frustrated is because you're not talking to enough people. Last thing I want to say is I just picked up a booklet by a guy named Grant Cardone. It's called The Millionaire Booklet. And I know that we don't coach because of the money, but let's be honest, we all need money to survive, right? And I read this little book, and I knew it was probably going to be gimmicky, but I picked it up anyway. And he shares a story in this book about a fundraiser that he went to a short time ago, right before he wrote this booklet, where they were trying to raise $2 million for a charity. And he said that whole night, he and a bunch of his friends and colleagues and people that he knew, pitched in and raised about $1 million. Some people gave 50,000, some people gave 20, some people gave 5,000, but they scratched and clawed and got their way to making it to $1 million. They were $1 million in, but $1 million short of their goal. And everybody was discouraged until, with about 5 minutes left in the event, one businessman walked up to the vice chair of the charity, wrote them $1 million check to raise that $2 million. And Grant Cardone said, you know what? Every person in that room drove home thinking to themselves, I wish I was the person that gave the $1 million check. I wish I was the one that was able to get that charity over the hump. And again, I know this isn't about the money, but it is about what money can do. It's about to be Christmas. And I remember right before coaching how Christmas was a struggle for us. Not having enough money to do what we wanted to do for our girls for Christmas. And now we know, and this year we're not really doing a ton of gifts for Christmas because our girls don't need anything, because they have everything that they could ever want because of what coaching's been able to do for us. And now for this Christmas, we're able to adopt some families and help them and surprise them with things for Christmas that we never would have been able to do prior to getting involved with coaching. Because we made a commitment that said, you know what, we're going to take action. We're going to help a lot of people. And if it takes me talking to 100 people to find 10 that are ready, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we make a commitment to say, I'm going to control what I can control, and I'm going to leave the results up to the person whenever they're ready. And I think if you walk into it with that understanding, November and December won't be a couple of months that you're just trying to hold on and wait for the party that's starting in January, but your business can grow and thrive and launch next year into a whole new dimension if you take advantage of this season, because there are people ready to get healthy. Desperation doesn't know holidays, and your business can and will grow in this season if you make a commitment to talking to more people. Thanks for listening tonight.